Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new episode of the Square Circle Podcast. I am your host, Marie Shadows. And on this very episode, we have the one, the only Michael Richards. And this is going to be his origin story. So, in like 6 months to a year, maybe a year and a half, if he ever becomes a supervillain, you guys can come back here, reference this video as to how it all started. And I am super excited to have him here. But first, I do need to say a huge thank you to Fale from the Fale Dojo for allowing me to interview Michael. Without further ado, Michael, how are you doing, sir?
Very good indeed. It's been quite a few busy weeks. We try to get to Tamashii and everything, but now we're kind of at a down period that season and everything. But I'm still in the gym training hard and getting ready for the next opportunity.
Yeah, that is great. I guess we can actually we'll pause on Tamashii for a bit. I did want to mention that yesterday you had tweeted out that it is the first day of summer over in New Zealand. What?
Very
I cool. So yeah, it's summer because over here it's winter for us. So I thought that like you guys would also get like a winter.
We do have winter, but that is in June. From
June to when?
August.
From June to August, you guys have winter. Do you guys have snow?
Yeah, no, we don't have snow here in in Auckland, so it's very, very strange.
It is. Let's see. So, do you have like an autumn season? That's what I'm thinking. If you don't have snow, it's gonna feel nice. So you have an autumn season.
Yeah, we have autumn, so same. Yeah, it just doesn't snow at all here in New Zealand as much. It's only so like
It's only rain.
Queenstown.
Yeah. All right. So hold on, because again, your audio is chopping up. It's all good. I'm not stressing about it, but
That's annoying.
yeah, it can get like that, which is kind of odd and weird. But we'll make the best of it. We'll do that.
Okay.
Do you ever want to like experience snow?
Yes, I definitely do want to. Maybe another trip to the States in the future, so I can experience snow. That'd be great.
So when was the last time you came to the States?
The last time I came was in 16, so I was there for like 7 weeks. 17, I was there for 3 months.
And I'm guessing this was wrestling related.
Yes. In 2017, that was operation for my WWE tryout at the time, and
Wait, what was the other one?
WWE tryout and Ring of Honor training.
Okay, so those two are very, very awesome. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that you had a WWE tryout and then also the Ring of Honor tryout. How did you get like in contact with like WWE to get this tryout? How did that happen?
So they've like an application thing online. So you just put in your and then I got the email from one of the talent agents or something, and then I messaged him saying I was going to be in Orlando at a particular time, and then they're like, okay, we have a performance center tryout, so we'll put you on that.
That's interesting. So the first thing I thought of was like, I don't know why my brain was like, oh, that's so old school to send in like an application and stuff to get the tryout. But so I'm guessing that's like when you did the tryout, was the training for that tryout like difficult for you?
Um, if, so like the conditioning, it was pretty a couple squats, couple push-ups, and all of that. But then when we had physical drills, that's what really got everyone for that. Um, but I did get to wrestle, which is cool. But no, the training itself, it wasn't.
Oh, um, all right. It cut out. It cut out during the last word that it wasn't something.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't difficult.
No.
Oh, and then looking back, since that was like 2016, and then now you have all this experience and stuff. On a scale of like 1 to 10, do you think that it helped you in any way to get to where you're at?
Um, I'm grateful for the connection I met when I was in the States. Like guys, Berger, Kevin Kelly, Delirious. Um, um, the experience itself was good. Just getting to know different people and all that. I think that helped me. But in terms of preparation for new, it didn't help me in the slightest. It was just something different.
And then how would you compare it to the Ring of Honor training? Two different mentalities.
New Japan to Ring of Honor.
No, the WWE tryout to Ring of Honor. 'Cause you were in the States for like 3 months, so the mentality
Yeah,
between the training regiment.
yeah. Ring of Honor. It was we were just like just getting um my ring psychology. WWE was strictly just the basics, like the roles and everything, promo and everything. But yeah, very very different Ring of Honor and WWE.
Is there something during the training process that you don't like? Because some people, don't like a particular, I guess, uh, training aspect. Whether that's like either like roles or like you hear sometimes people in the business are like, I don't like that one thing.
Yeah, like training. I like doing all the squats and everything. Squats, push-ups, but when it comes, not really my forte. It's not the best thing I can do. But like all the nip ups and everything like that, I can't do. So I'm.
So we won't get you to do like a super kick into like a nip up at all.
No,
You'll just
no, no way.
you'll just like out squat guys. That's about it.
Yes,
You're
yes,
you're like out
yeah,
squat
that,
guys.
yeah.
So getting back to getting back to New Zealand. So like
Yep.
I guess my first like introduction to like New Zealand had to been like watching like Aaron Hinare, and then like getting on New Japan, and they have the document series that we're gonna get into for like Lions War and stuff. So like for someone who doesn't like travel as much, and there's probably a lot of people that don't, what are 3 things that people should know about New Zealand?
Um, Three things. We've got like beautiful scenery, a beautiful culture. It's like we're such a small. We've only got like a team of like 5 million people. So we're the side of the world, but it's a real beautiful place where I think everyone should go.
One day I hope to go and visit New Zealand. It seems like fun, especially like all of the places that like Fale took you guys during the training and during the whole document series. I'm
Yeah,
just like, yo, those are some really cool places to just like train and unwind. Um, do you
yeah.
have a favorite place that you go to train?
To train, for me, it's just basically like the gym. Like that's like my haven. I'm there every day, and it just gives me time to keep to myself and just lift heavy. Always will be my favorite place to train.
Um, since we're talking about the document series that New Japan did, which is Lions Roar, which I'm probably gonna watch with my community anyway because I really did enjoy the whole entire series, and that's how I got like first introduced to you. So when they
Yeah.
came with the idea of like, hey, we're gonna videotape the students, what was your first reaction to hearing that?
Because Fale came back from Japan in 2021. This was in January, and then he said, "Oh, we are going to be doing like a documentary on the June intake," and I because I've never done a documentary before, so expecting there was going to be like 15, 10, 10, 15 cameras, but it was actually pretty simple. It was just one camera, just doing all day, and the only difference is you're going to get filmed. That's
Hmm. So my follow-up question to that is, did you ever, because I don't know if like in New Zealand they ever showed like, um, you guys might have like different reality TV shows than over here. I was gonna be like, we have MTV like reality show. That's how we got the Miz off
yeah,
of
yeah,
MTV reality show. Do you guys
yeah.
I should say, does New Zealand have like reality shows?
We like shows called Heartbreak Island, Fuckboy Island, Relationship ish. Uh, yeah, fucking ridiculous. But yeah, we've got quite a few shows here in New Zealand.
So then did you ever like think that you'll be on one of those, but not in a sense of like how it actually like is? Because I think it's kind of funny how like they came up to you guys and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do a document series, and then you're like, what? I'm here to train and wrestle. Why is a camera following me? You know? Did you ever get like camera shy, or you were just like, fuck it?
Nah, because a normal intake, but there was going to be a camera in my face, so I would normally. Uh, but it was funny. Before I went to Japan for the first, I was actually supposed to be on one of those reality TV shows, Heartbreak. But I wanted to go to Japan, so I,
Yeah.
I said no to.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd rather pick Japan over like a reality show. So I guess we can talk some about, Japan, and then we'll jump around and stuff. I think you went to Japan like the first time around for the what do I have here? The Young Lions Cup. I think that was over there. No, no, I'm sorry. That was for Australia, but it's still New
Yeah,
Japan.
yeah.
I might be wrong here. Help me out.
I went to Japan for 3 months, and that was just for 3 months. Uh, Training at the NJPW Dojo. I was training alongside Andrew Villalobos, Umra, Narita, and I think I'm missing one, and Suji. Like an amazing group of guys, and I was just learning from them and training with them for 3 months. Without a doubt, the hardest thing I ever had to do in my wrestling career. I quit wrestling
hmm
because it was that hard. I've almost felt like running away from myself. Let's just get through this, and then we can relax afterwards. I knew I was only going to be there for 3 months, so I was like, let's just do 3 months, and then just yeah.
How was the culture shock? Because that's a whole nother like culture to get into.
Yeah, and that was the number one because I could do the training. Training was it was hard, but I could get through. It was the learning Japanese and just doing everything out this thing for me. Fale-san always says this. He says wrestling is like 10%. The 90%, that's the stuff that really matters.
Which is kind of true. I mean, anybody can like learn how to wrestle, go to a school,
Yeah,
get the
yep,
foundation, and get like the stuff. But then like the rest of it is like how you apply it, how you do this, how you treat others, how do you
yep,
help out. It's a whole like just thing, a whole big thing that makes
yep,
everything move.
yep,
Because at the end of the day, it is like sort of teamwork down to like the very fundamentals, like no matter what.
yeah,
But yeah. Uh, I tend to look into the stuff like a lot more heavy, and that's why like I connected with you during the document series, and I was like, yeah, I get it, like we get it. But other than that, in 2019, okay, so this is where I could touch on the Young Lions Cup that they had you in like you guys went to Southern Showdown in Australia. So
yes,
how
we
was
did.
that?
That was the wrestled in Melbourne and Sydney. I was very nervous. Yeah, obviously it was like my debut match for New Japan, but it was also live to everyone on New Japan World, and I was just freaking out. But once I was ring, all of those feelings went away, and I was just in the moment. Cool to be paired up with Andrew and Mark Tui, who's one of our dojo, and we faced off against Aaron, and it was supposed to be Ren Narita. He was supposed to be on that match, but with his visa was wrong, so we had to use another Australian talent. But nah, that Southern Showdown weekend was amazing, and I just wanted more of it.
I mean, I think we all do. More matches, more stuff. And speaking of Australia, New Japan Tamashii was recently there with their recent show, which
Yep.
New Japan Pro Wrestling like better put up soon because I really want to watch it. And then we went over to they went over to New Zealand, not we. I say we for everything now because I have that like team mentality no matter what. But yeah. How did you enjoy New Japan Tamashii?
Tamashii was like the ages because like it was been 3 years since New Japan, and it was the first tour that I wasn't and that was a real long time coming, so I could change my tights, new theme music, just um, find out who I am in the ring, not just black trunks, black boots kind of guy. Um, but nah, fuck, amazing. The whole backstage environment was amazing. Sydney was um, a real great weekend overall, and I really want there to be more tours. I believe we have another tour early, but there's going to be a lot next year. So this is just the beginning.
And I'm super excited for that. Did you have to change up your diet or routine heading into New Japan Tamashii?
Um, well, I recently took on board a nutrition coach because I'm planning on doing another bodybuilding show. So he's put me on a plan, so we're slowly aiming towards that with a new coach.
What made you get into bodybuilding?
Well, like so it was 2021. We had a new trainer, and he's had bodybuilding experience, and he put us all on this strip, and then I was seeing some good results from it, and I was like, fuck it, I just do a bodybuilding comp and see what happens. And I did, and it was the hardest, but it was something no one can ever take away from me. Very, very hard. But
Of
I
course.
enjoyed it. So.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I don't even think I would want to. So, all the power to you to
Yeah.
do bodybuilding and stuff. I rather have you yell at me to do squats. That's about it. um, that's about it. But yeah, I really do hope that in the future, New Japan does get more, exposure for Tamashii, which is the new brand. For anyone that's out there listening to this and you don't know about New Japan Tamashii, is a new brand to include wrestlers from New Zealand, Australia, and also the Oceania part of the other side of the world that we don't really get to see. And sometimes, their talents are not shown the same way that over here in the States, it's like completely shown and everyone sees whatever it is. I really do want New Japan to expand on that. And they could probably, make you and like other people ambassadors of it, which, by the way, I guess we can celebrate the fact that you have now that New Japan contract, which I am excited for. So go ahead, man. I'll give you the floor to like really celebrate it and like just sing it to the world.
Oh, thank you. No, it was a really long time coming. So I really started in 2017. When I first did a New Zealand tryout, and years of just putting the hours in at the dojo. Absolutely felt like giving up, felt like crying and just walking away. But when you feel like giving up, you've always got to remember why you started in the first place. One of the driving factors of me doing it for so long. I fucking and now I've contracted wrestler from New Japan. Not a young lion. I'm a contract. But now I'm looking forward to the future. Hopefully sign many more, and yeah, just see what the future has in store for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it happened at the end of the document series that like they gave Andrew and they gave Drake, oh my God, Jake, his contracts and stuff like that. And then I was like, yo, like you want to get on my podcast, so like talk about it, and then now we could actually do it in full. And I'm happy for you that you got the contract.
Thank you very much.
And so because you have the contract, I was thinking, right, that well, actually it's more of a question. I saw that Fale had like, got somebody else to be in Bullet Club, and I was like, how come he didn't ask you? You seem to be like the right hand man in like training and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's up to him at the end of the day. But right, and seeing where I can go. If he wants to ask me in the future, my mindset's just on getting back to Japan. Hopefully, wrestle one day. So that's my goal at the moment.
Yeah, because currently right now we're in, World Tag League and Super Junior Tag League. If you could have been a participant in World Tag League, because you're not Super Junior heavyweight. You have way too much muscle to be like a Super Junior. Who would you pick as your partner?
I'd pick Andrew. I've been side by side since 2018, and I think perfect in a way. So we trained in New Zealand, trained in Japan. He's been there. We've two-piece in
Mm-hmm.
pod, basically. So I think it would be a
And you guys would be in the World Tag League. You guys are both heavyweights,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Well, I'm like 98, so technically a heavyweight should be 100 kgs, but yeah.
Okay. Over here in America, we don't have kg. We don't have kilograms. So I'm just gonna be like, yep, okay. you're 98 kilograms, which
But
like,
I
it's
look
just
like a
that
heavyweight.
below. You do. You really do. I remember that I was reading through one of the written interviews, right? And you had mentioned goals and that you started doing like, achieving the small step goals. Do you have like your goals separated into like what you want to achieve like mentally for like one day, and then like, maybe the next day is like spiritually, and then the next day is like working on like your body? Like, how do you set up your goals?
Um, I have my short-term goals. Um, next year I've got like specific goals I want to achieve. For example, I want to learn. I want to be fluent in Japanese when I'm older. Lingo. Studying Japanese every day. Because I want to move to Japan, live there. Um, so yeah. Yeah. Short-term goals. Like short-term goals would be like in 3 months times and whatever. Yeah.
Cool. And then if you ever like doubt yourself, do you like go back to those goals to be like, I've come this far, I can't quit?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely like times I've wanted to quit in pro wrestling. Think about how much, because I've put in 9 years, 9 years, um, and times where I have wanted to quit. All those years I put, yeah. I just always think about why I started in.
All right. I mean, cool. I guess I could ask you like these questions that I always ask like my guests, is that there are so many championship titles from like any like all the companies that like we all know from like, you know, here in the States, and then like some of the up and coming like indies where you're at and stuff. In no particular order, from 1 through 5, what are your favorite championship titles?
That I'd like to win, or just in general.
Just in general, whatever's your favorite. If you want to make a separate list where you like, I'm gonna win this, that's fine. But whatever your favorite.
Yeah. Um, growing up watching wrestling, the big classic big gold belt. Um, that's possibly number one. Number two would possibly be. I might get a lot of hate for this, but the spinner WWE title, because that's my childhood. So I love that. Three would be the heavyweight championship.
Mm-hmm.
The one that recently got uh the intercontinental with a white strap,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd, I'd possibly have to say the Ring of Honor world title, the current one, but the one before that, like when
Yeah,
Jay
yeah,
Lethal was champion. Those are
yeah. That one.
five of my head.
All right. So since you brought it up, what's the one title you want to win?
The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I think now,
That
and that's one I want to go for, and I need to get.
Yeah, man. I will be right there cheering you on as you go for that one day, you know. Maybe Jay White will stay champion a little bit longer. I don't know.
He's actually my dream opponent as well. So that'd be perfect.
Yeah, man, that would be. Um is there anybody else that you would want to be as your dream opponent other than like probably Jay White?
Um, I'd love to get in there with because trainer, coach and student Aaron in there with and Kazuchika Okada. Like,
Okada is you know, probably like pretty cool to work with. I still want to meet the
yeah,
dude and stuff.
yeah.
Um do you have any cheat meals? Sounded weird.
I'm allowed to have one cheat meal a week, and that's always Hawaiian because I love pineapple on pizza, and I think it should go on pizza. What? What? Do you disagree?
Yeah, because I'm half Italian, so that's a no.
Nah, I'm a Hawaiian pizza guy.
I mean, I'll give you a pass on it. I'll give you a pass on it.
Okay.
Um, do you at all like still eat chanko when you're not at the Fale Dojo?
Mm, uh, I eat it only when I'm there. I did actually a couple of months ago. I always said that I was going to make it for them because that's bloody expensive to make. But yeah, nah, it's over dojo because it's just whenever I make it, there's just so much of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
He's supposed to make it for like, you know, for everyone, but yeah, I don't
yeah,
even think when you guys had it during the when you guys were all there at the Fale Dojo, did you guys eat like leftovers of the chanko?
there's always leftovers. Yeah, usually last like up to that's how much there is. Because like during
Damn.
the docker we 15 guys, and we
Yeah.
made fucking heaps. But that's like we had to have so much leftovers.
Jeez, man. You know, but then again, wrestlers supposedly wrestlers like eat like all the time,
Yeah,
every day,
yeah,
any day, anytime.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Um so you know, for people that are just like starting out on their like wrestling journey, what are three things that you learned that you know you can give to them?
Uh, so some advice: I would until wait until you finish high school because I see so many. I know so many guys dropped out of high school to start wrestling, but like just take it. Like I started when I was 18, and I think that's the perfect age because I just finished high school. I was just ready to start learning. Get into a gym, make sure that you're active, and keep your mouth shut and your ears open. That's the biggest piece of advice I could give.
That definitely is. Those three are definitely um, great advice. Do you have any fun stories while you were in the dojo?
Fun stories. Because like apparently like the dojo in Japan is actually haunted, and like every time I'm in my room sleeping at night, there's some nights where I hear like the weight in the dojo, and then I go and check downstairs, open up the door, and like it's fucking scary as anything in Japan. Because like the old Grudge movies that was based in Japan, that's what it kind of felt like. Um, but yeah, like nah, it's fucking in Japan.
I probably should have got you on for October so you could have been like, yeah, it's haunted.
Yeah,
It would have been a nice, it would have been a little nice, scary story that is haunted. I think that's the second time I heard that like it's been haunted, but like no one else
yeah,
like follows up with like any other weird story. It could have just been your room, unless the other guys were like, "Yo, Michael, did you hear that?"
yeah. No, but yeah, I've heard many stories from other that I can't remember what their stories were, but nah, apparently it's legit haunted.
We're gonna have to like investigate. I don't know if the Ghostbusters can get down there in time, but like, we could like suit up and like go and do some ghost busting or ghost hunting type of stuff. We could definitely put it on YouTube because everyone loves it on YouTube. So YouTube is gonna like pay us out our first check for that. Yeah. So like now that you moved out of the dojo, uh, what are you currently doing to make sure that you stay on track with your regiment and training and goals?
um, I, I'm pretty much good on my own. I'll be disciplined over those 4 years, so I'm pretty on point. Still training hard. I'm still eating like really really strict. So now I'm back home with my parents because I'm starting to save up so I can find my own. But yeah, I'm still very on point of everything. The only positive thing is I don't have to do as much cleaning as I would in dojo because in the dojo everything has to be clean at any time something's dirty. That's 1,000 squats right there. Thankfully, I don't have to do 1,000 squats anymore.
Yeah, man. I was like I said, watching that series, I was like, what the hell? like everything is like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's either squats or if it's not squats, is it push-ups?
Um, our punishment is but push-ups not really a punishment. No, we or more.
You guys are so used to all of that stuff. Well, I had a great time talking to you for, this amount of time, which is freaking awesome. And we got to celebrate the fact that you are now a contracted New Japan wrestler, which I, love and I'll cheerlead from the side and stuff. So I'm going to give you the floor to put yourself over and where people can find you if you want to be found.
Thank you. On social media, Instagram, you can find me at Michael Richards, NJPW, and on Twitter you can find me at Michael Richards. That's where you can find me and support me.
All right, you heard it here. And then also, if you enjoyed this video, this is obviously live on twitch.tv/Marie_shadows. Don't forget to hit that follow button on Twitch. And then you can also follow me on Twitter at Marie_shadows. And then one last thing is to take it a step further with extra wrestling content. Head over to my newsletter, marieshadows.substack.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and watching this interview with myself and Michael Richards. This is his origin story, and I will see all of you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next time.